Hi, and welcome to AFTV. I've got lead judges with me. We've just lost to Brighton. Oh, what, you get is this what you lot do? Don't do that. Don't do that.
It's all because of you, Cecil. Like, you know what I mean?
I'll give you your Kit Kat after. All right, let's go to the performance. Obviously, 3-1 loss to Brighton in the cup. This used to be this was a fortress, and Brighton come here with a second string team and beat us. Lee, what happened today?
Yeah, look, listen, I hear what Robbie says. I echo what Robbie says, but for me today, what is the big worry, and it is a big worry, is that they played their second string and they comprehensively beat us.
Yeah.
And that is a worry. It is a worry going into the second half of the season. We've got players that need to step up and they're not, so we need to strengthen. It's as simple as that. That was an indication today, and if we do strengthen in January, we look back at this and think it's not too bad. But signs today that that was disappointing today.
Yeah.
It was a disappointing performance from start to finish, apart from the Nelson run and the shot from Eddie. But other than that, no one really shone at all. Like, you know,
those players, those second string players that you're talking about, is it something that we need to strengthen and get rid of some of these players, or is it players that can make their way back into the side eventually?
No, listen, someone like Vieira, for instance, is not Premiership ready yet. He's going to have to learn and get strength, and I'm pretty sure he's going to go and be a good player for Arsenal. But at this moment in time, he's learning his trade. Same with Marquinhos, the same with him. I thought he looks like he's got something about him, but ultimately they're not quite ready yet.
Yeah.
And you're looking at someone like Vieira, who's 30 odd million, and you're saying, well, he's not ready to step into the first team yet on a regular basis. Yeah. And that is the worry. You know, Eddie today, I'm sorry, like, you know what I mean, he was poor today, you know what I mean, like, got the goal, but other than that, he doesn't frighten defenders. I looked at him today, and it's not, I'm not criticising him or anything like this, but their defenders are thinking like, I'm comfortable. As soon as Martinelli and Jesus come on, they're a little bit more nervous in their play. You know what I mean? It's just the way it is.
Yeah.
And we've got to improve on that, like, you know. But like defensively, I didn't think we was great today. But listen, I do think that we're actually playing like we don't want to get injured, we don't want to get hurt, we're going through that, and that's difficult when you've got players like Saliba, like playing. Like, obviously the remit is right. You're going to play for 60. You're going to play the other 30. Like, yeah. Yep. So if you're doing that, right, to a first team player, he's not really going to go through it like he should do, and that then is a domino effect to the squad players. You know, so you're not getting when you see Nelson going against Nottingham Forest when everybody's up and at it, he gets a performance. But today it's difficult. He says every single time we've played our second string, it's not looked good, and there's a reason for that. Like, you know, it's not just that they're not good enough. I'm not having that, like, because they are good enough. Yeah. But ultimately, they're not playing under the same intense pressure as you're coming on. Like, and when you see players warming up, coming on for the last 10 minutes and all that, like, you know what I mean, it ain't boding them very good in the
was there any chance in the game that, you know, they'd be able to get the game back, like the first team players that come on, the Gabriel Jesus, the Marlins? Was there any moment in the game?
Did you think that?
We couldn't watch it.
I don't know how other people felt. I thought it was a waste of time because we never looked like scoring.
Okay,
if I'll be honest. Yeah. You know, and when I will say this about, I will say, like, Martinelli had a chance, he did have a chance, but the goalkeeper made a couple of good saves. I think it was an header from Nelson and all that, like, but we never was really quite at it, like, you know. I actually say today, you know, the fans weren't quite up for it as much today as well, like, you know what I mean. I just think that I'll put myself in that because I'm thinking to myself, well, if we lose, it ain't the end of the world, like. So the intensity from me there today ain't like it was when we played in a league game. So we have to have a look at ourselves as well. We're all the same, but ultimately, because you see that team coming out, that's what you're looking at and that's what you're seeing. And you think like, oh well, the players ain't that bothered. Should I be really that bothered? Like, you know. But ultimately, there was certain things like, you know. Listen, we get 1-0 up with a great goal, and I don't want to criticise the goalkeeper, but he just had a mad moment. He had an absolute mad moment. Inexperienced, he slips. You know what I mean? Like, and you know, Danny Welbeck come in and done, you know, showed his experience. Should I say that? Like,
that's fair.
To get the penalty, like, you know. And
were you surprised to see Haining go into the turner?
Yeah, in a way I was, because I don't think Turner really
He's done anything wrong, really.
has done anything wrong, but I don't think he's got enough experience to say, I think he's had a handful of games. You have a rest today. Like, he's been resting the last couple of games in the Europa League. So I do find there was a couple of strange decisions today, like, you know. One thing that does worry me, like, you know, Brighton have got a better backup striker than we have. You know what I mean? That is a problem. That is a problem. You know what I mean? Like, I thought he was brilliant today again, like Danny Welbeck. Like, you know, he caused us a few problems.
Yeah.
But, like, you know, listen, credit to Brighton today. I think, like, you know, their fans are fantastic at the end of the game. They give it large, you know, deservedly so. And I felt that they were the better team today. Overall, you have to hold your hands up and say they were the better team. Yeah. But listen, we move on till Saturday. Wolves now is a massive game. We've got an opportunity to go to the World Cup, top of the table. Yes. If we don't, you know, we're second. But, you know, like, for me, I think we need to be at top of the table going into the World Cup. And then we got those couple of games. We've got these again. Yeah. Before New Year's Eve, before the transfer window opens. And then Arsenal have got to make. Before I get excited about winning the league or challenging for the league, January will tell me everything, because what I'm seeing at this moment in time, not just as with this game, but in the Europa League, we haven't got a strong enough squad to compete on three fronts now, because we've obviously lost this one. We've got the FA Cup, Europa League, which is still very, very important, by the way, and trying to challenge for a title. So, you know, January is going to be a key month, because not only that, we've got some tough games in that month as well.
Shop for AFTV merch at shop.aftv.co.uk. Subscribe to us on YouTube. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, Snapchat and Twitch. We've got content for every platform, so check it out.